From bringing in an impossible championship win for Cleveland to becoming the all-time leading point scorer in the NBA, King James has already done all there was to do in the NBA. So that begs the question, will LeBron finally retire from the NBA now? I mean, he really doesn't have anything left to prove, like when that little boy from Akron, Ohio first started playing basketball. Who would have thought that he'll go on to become the king of the NBA? Sure, everyone could see from the start that the boy had some serious talent, but talent alone is never enough to determine how well you'll do in the NBA.
The mishandle and the fast break. Bobo has, I've got the block angle. Oh wait, he's throwing a pass.
We've seen so many players over the years who were touted to be the next best thing in the NBA. Only a handful of them actually end up realizing their potential. However, what makes LeBron's journey in the NBA remarkable is the fact that he was actually one of the exceptions. In a young LeBron, people saw someone who could become a world-class basketball player, and LeBron not only lived up to all those expectations, but he actually went on to surpass them massively. He's currently in his 20th season in the NBA, and for someone who moves at the speed that he does, LeBron has only been able to achieve all of that because of his utter determination and commitment to being the best in the world. And now that he surpassed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the list of all-time scorers in the NBA, I genuinely wonder if he'll have the same level of motivation to keep going.
Coming to the end of the third quarter, LeBron James, a shot in history. LeBron stands alone.
Well, LeBron just might have dropped the biggest hint about his retirement yet. In 20 seasons in the NBA, this year was LeBron's 19th appearance in the NBA All-Star Game. Players spend their whole careers looking for one or two appearances in the All-Star Game, while our king has made the All-Star Game his annual retreat. But something really interesting happened at this year's All-Star Game. LeBron, who very rarely talks about his retirement, finally shared some information on what his plans might be. Now, I know he's talked about retirement in certain contexts in the past as well, but something was different this time. It was the first time he has actually given us a serious timeline for his retirement. The Los Angeles Lakers man was caught by the mic saying, "I gotta slow down, couple of more years." Before this, LeBron has talked about things he'd like to do and goals that he would like to achieve before he retires, but never about when he would be retiring.
I gotta slow down. Done. Couple more years.
To be honest, he's now actually gone on to achieve all of those things, and it's also showing in his tone. In 20 years of being a LeBron fan, this is the first time I feel he's actually thinking about retirement. It makes sense too. LeBron already has his trophy cabinet full to the brim. At 38 years of age, LeBron really has achieved all that he could in his career in the NBA. Whether it's championship or even individual accolades, he has it all. He has won 4 NBA championships, which includes the remarkable comeback win from 1-3 down against the Golden State Warriors in 2016. I personally think that championship win was the greatest achievement of his career. I mean, it wasn't like the Cavaliers didn't have a good team. It was just that the Golden State Warriors had a super team at the time, and it was also in great form. And now LeBron inspired his team to make a comeback that year from being down and out like that was absolutely insane. To go with his NBA championships, LeBron also has 4 NBA Finals MVP awards. He's also a 4-time NBA MVP and has been picked in the NBA All-Star team every year since 2005, and I can safely say that he'll continue to make the All-Star team every year until he retires. That again is a testament to his skill as well as his longevity. No other player in the history of the NBA has ever played at this level for as long as he has. He ranks at number 4 in terms of career assists in the NBA. While we all know that he recently became the all-time leading scorer in the NBA this year, so I'll let you answer. After achieving all that he has, is there anything left for him to do? Yes, there is! LeBron still wants the GOAT status. If you ask me today, I'll tell you that LeBron is the GOAT. GOAT, but that's not how most people in the NBA think. To them, Michael Jordan is number 1, then LeBron at number 2, and then others like Kobe Bryant follow. Knowing LeBron, I can fairly say that the 38-year-old Lakers man is absolutely clear in his mind. He wants to be the undisputed GOAT of the NBA. Now, in his mind, he might just have thought that becoming the all-time leading scorer in the NBA would do the trick. But as it turns out, people who used to put Jordan in front of him still think Jordan has a better legacy than James, even though LeBron now likes to say that he's the GOAT. He knows that in reality, he's not quite there yet in terms of what people think. That's mostly down to the fact that Jordan won 6 NBA championships and a superior record in the NBA Finals. The fact that he never lost a single one of the 6 NBA Finals that he appeared in, while LeBron, on the other hand, has been to 10 NBA Finals, out of which he has lost 6. Now, I know that it sounds bad when you look at it that way, but you also need to look at the teams LeBron played in and the teams Jordan played in. It's not a fair comparison, but maybe in LeBron's head, he thinks that if he wins another championship before he retires, that might change. But this isn't all. Another thing that might be holding up his retirement could be LeBron's wish to share the court with his son. LeBron has shared on multiple occasions that he wants to play for at least one season with his son Bronny James before he hangs up the boots for good. And if you take his couple more years comment seriously, it aligns quite perfectly with his plans to play with his son. Bronny will turn 19 years old this year in October, and the Sierra Canyon star will be 1 year removed from his graduation from high school in the summer of next year. Now, when keeping with the one and done rule, he will be eligible for the NBA draft, and once he declares himself for the NBA draft next year, he can potentially join a team in the NBA where LeBron can end up joining him. You must be thinking that there are a lot of ifs and buts in this situation, but LeBron has already said multiple times that he would be willing to do anything to make sure that he ends up playing with his son in the last years of his career. So potentially, what can happen that summer is that LeBron can opt out of the final year of his current contract with Los Angeles, which would make him an unrestricted free agent, and then he can end up joining whichever team he wants, most likely the team where Bronny is playing, since at that point, he won't have any other motivations in terms of championship aspirations or money.
Into the second row. Whoa.
10th row. That thing was going, gone.
That was all about LeBron and his eventual retirement from the NBA.